Hello children, welcome back to the mathematics class. Hope you are doing well. In our last video, we have seen about fractions, isn't it? So, what do we mean by fraction and different types of fractions? Proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fraction, and addition and subtraction of fractions, and equivalent fractions. About this, we have discussed in our last class. Today we will study the multiplication and division of fractions. Okay, very simple. This fraction, multiplication of a fraction and division of fractions is very simple problem. Let us see about this in our today's class. See, multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. See how to multiply a fraction by a whole number. Let us consider a fraction. Say 2 by 7. If you multiply this 2 by 7 by a whole number, let us consider a whole number as 6. See, multiplication of a fraction by a whole number, say 6. 2 by 7 is a fraction, 6 is a whole number. So 2 by 7 into 6 means, what is the answer? See, how to multiply? See, to multiply, what happens is here, in addition, we have to take LCM. Not here, not like that. This is directly you have to multiply here. So 6 into 2. 6 into 2 is equal to 12. 7 as it is. 6 7. 6 means 6 by 1. So numerator and numerator, denominator and denominator multiplication. That's all. Okay. 2 by 7 into 6 is equal to, what you have to do? 6 into 2, 12. 7 as it is, or 7 into 1 here. 6 means 6 by 1. So 12 by 7. So 12 by 7 is equal to, you can convert this one into the improper mixed form. This is improper fraction. 12 by 7 is equal to, how to convert into improper mixed fraction? Improper into mixed fraction. 7 ones are 7. 7 ones are 7. 12 is to be divided by 7 one time. What is the remainder? 7 minus 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. 5 is the remainder which is to be written here, and the denominator you have to write like this. So 12 by 7 is equal to 1 by 2. So how to convert a improper fraction into mixed fraction? So search how many 7s are there. Total 1 7 is there, and how much remaining here? 5 remaining. That 5 you have to write here, and in denominator you have to write as such. So this is the mixed form of this. So like this we will convert, fraction and a whole number can be multiplied. Or 5 into 3 by 2. How to multiply this? 5 is 5 by 1. Or 5 into 3 is 15. 15 by 2. So this is answer. 15 by 2 means how much? 2 1s are 2. How many 2s are there in 5? 7 2s are there. 2 7s are 14. 2 8s are 16. 16 not there, only 15. Therefore, 2 7s are 15. So 1 by 2. 7 1 by 2. So like this we will multiply. Okay. Next, a fraction by another fraction. Fraction and another fraction. Let us consider a fraction as 5 by 2 by another fraction. Say 7 by 3. What is the product of 5 by 2 into 7 by 3? See, fraction by another fraction. Multiplication of a fraction by another fraction. 5 by 2 is one fraction. 7 by 3 is another fraction. If you multiply this, what you have to do? Numerator and numerator is to be multiplied, and denominator and denominator you have to multiply separately. 5 into 7. 5 7s are 35. 2 3s are 6. So answer is 35 by 6. You can convert that 35 by 6 to the mixed form. What is the mixed form of 35 by 6? 6 ones are 6. How many 6 are there in 35? 6 5s are 30. 6 are 36. 36 not here, only 35. So 5 times you can write 6 5s are 30. 5 remains here, and 6 as it is. So this is the conversion of a improper fraction into proper mixed fraction. Okay. So like this we will multiply. Let us take another example. Say 8 by 9 into say 3 by 4. If you multiply here also, it is to be multiplied directly. Sometimes if it is possible to to cancel or reduce a numerator with the denominator, here or here, wherever it may be, one from here and one from here, you can reduce. So how to reduce? See, 3 and 9 you can reduce by 3 ones are 3, 3 nines are 3 threes are 9. You can write like this, isn't it? See, 8 by 9 into 3 by 4 means you can reduce like this. How? 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. So 3 times you can reduce. In the same way, 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. See, you can reduce like this. Here or here, one from numerator and another from denominator you can reduce. That is what is remaining here. Here 2 and here 1. 2 into 1 is equal to 2. 3 into 1 is equal to 3. So answer is 3 by 2. So like this you can do. Okay. Otherwise, 8 by 9 and 3 by 4 can be multiplied directly. 8 3s are 24, 9 4s are 36. See, 24 and 36, 24 by 36. If you reduce that 24 by 36, both of the numbers are divided by 12. So 12 2s are 24, 12 3s are 36. 2 by 3. Like this also you can do. Otherwise, it is better to reduce the fractions here itself. If it is possible, you can reduce like this. Okay. So this is how we can multiply a fraction by another fraction. So during multiplication of fractions, what you have to do? Numerator and numerators are multiplied, and denominators and denominators are multiplied. Then you will get the, and at the end you can simplify it. Okay. So like this we will multiply a fraction by another fraction. Yes. Now, for example, see what is the product of. For example, 1/4 means what? Out of 4 part, 1 part. See, 1/4. This is 1 part. See, 1/4 means this one. This is another 4. 1/4. See, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. If you add all this, it becomes one full 1. 1/4, 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Total becomes one full. Okay. 1/4 of 2 by 7. The question is like this. What is 1/4 of 2 by 7? Of this multiply. You have to multiply 1/4 by 2 by 7. What is the answer? 1 2s are 2, 4 7s are 28. So 2 by 28 is answer. If you reduce this one or simplify, it becomes 2 1s are 2, 2 14s are 28. So 2 by 28 is also equal to 1 by 14. So 2 1s are 2, 2 14s are 28. So this is the answer. Okay. So like this we will do. Next, division of fraction. How to divide the fractions? Another question. How to divide? The division of fractions, a whole number by a fraction. Whole number by a fraction. For example, 5 is a whole number by another fraction. Let us divide. This is a division sign. Divide 2 by 5 by 2 by 3. Divide 5 divided by 2 by 3, or divide 5 by 2 by 3. So this is how to do this problem. See, division means, remember, division of fractions or a whole number means it is the just by writing the reciprocal of the divisor and just multiply. See, the meaning is 5 means 5. Okay, as it is you can write. Division means what? It is just multiplication just by writing the reciprocal of the divisor. So while dividing, what you have to do? Reciprocal of the divisor you have to write. What is the reciprocal? 2 by 3 is 3 by 2. 3 by 2. See, this is the reciprocal of this. 2 by 3 is reciprocal of 2 by 3 is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 you have to multiply. Multiply by the reciprocal of the divisor. This is the divisor. 3 by 2. So what is the answer now? As it is multiplication. 5 3s are 15. Denominator 2. Because here 1 into 2 is 2. So 15 by 2 is the answer. 15 by 2 means how much? 15 by 2 means 7. 1 by 2. So this is the answer. Okay. So division of fraction means it is multiplication just by writing the reciprocal of the divisor. Okay. Another problem you will see. See, divide 7 by say 3 by 4. Divide 7 by 3 by 4. 7 divided by 3 by 4 means 7 into how much becomes? Reciprocal. 7 into 4 by 3. What is 7 into 4? Is 28. Denominator 3. This is answer. We can write its mixed form. Okay. Like this you have to divide. So division of fractions means just by writing the multiplying it by the reciprocal of the divisor. Next, let's division of a fraction by another fraction. For example, 5 by 8. Divide 5 by 8 by 3 by 4. The question is 5 by 8 by 3 by 4. Divide 5 by 8 by 3 by 4. What you have to do? 5 by 8 into how much? The reciprocal of 3 by 4. 4 by 3. Now I told, if it is possible to reduce, you can reduce. This 4 and 8 you can reduce. Not here. In multiplication, after writing in this form, you can reduce. See, 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. See, you can reduce like this. So what is the answer? 5 into 1 is 5, 2 into 3 is 6. So this is the answer of 5 divided by 8, 5 by 8 divided by 3 by 4 is equal to 5 by 6. Like this, we will divide the fractions. Okay, let us see another example. See, 7 by 2 divided by 7 by 2, another 7 by 2. What is the answer? See, a fraction is divided by 7 by 2 is equal to 2 by 7. Like this you will write. See, 2 by 7, 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 7 ones are 7, 7 ones are 1 into 1, 1 divided by 1 into 1, 1. Here also 1. So 1 by 1 is equal to 1. You know, a fraction is divided by the same fraction, the answer is 1. You know, in a whole number also the same principle. What is that principle? If a number is divided by that number itself, the answer is 1. Is it? So, therefore, the answer is 1. Like this you will multiply. So, remember, while dividing a fraction by a whole number or another fraction, what you have to do? You have to multiply that fractions just by writing the reciprocals of the divisor. Okay, like this we will do. Let us see some question from the textbook. See, look at the textbook. For example, 2.1 over 2.2, exercise 2.2, multiplication. See, some questions are there in the textbook. Just to go through it. What it is given? See, which of the drawings A to D show 2 into 1 by 5. On page number 36 it is given 2 into 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 5 parts. See D, question D, see there 5 parts are there. Each circle is divided into 5 parts like this. Is it? 5 parts, it is divided into 5 parts. 5 parts. In that each part is 1 by 5. See, 2 into 2 types are there. 1 by 5, here 1 by 5. 2 into 1 by 5. So, question number 1 goes to the question answer D there. Next, 2 into 1 by 2. 1 by 2 there. See, 1 by 2. It is B. Look at B. 1 by 2 there. See, it is 1 by 2. It is 1 by 2. 1 by 2, 1 by 2. 2 into 1 by 2. Here 1 by 2. Here 1 by 2. Total 2 into 1 by 2. 3 into 2 by 3. 2 by 3. 2 by 3. First figure. Look at that. First figure. 3 parts out of 2 parts are taken. This is called 2 by 3. 2 by 3. Total 3. One more remain. So 2. 1, 2 by 3. Like that 3 are there in the first figure. In A, question number A, answer A, it is suitable to that question. Third question. Then 3 into 1 by 4. 3 into 1 by 4. The answer C goes to 3 into 1 by 4. That question. Okay? Like this. Next, second question also like that it moves. Look at the third question. Multiply and reduce to the lowest form and convert into mixed fraction. 7 into 3 by 5. You have done now. 7 into 3 by 5 means what? 7 3 is 21. by 5. 21 by 5 means 5 4s are 20, 1 remainder here and 5. So 4 1 by 5 is answer. Like that all the questions you have to solve. Okay. In the same way, look at that question. Look at the fifth one. Next page, fifth one. 1 by 2 of 24. 1 by 2 of 24. Then 1 by 2 of 46. Look at that question. How to do that? 1 by 2 of 24. 1 by 2 of means into 24. I told you to reduce. You can reduce. 2 and 24 can be reduced. 2 ones are 2. 2 12 are 24. So 1 into 12 is equal to 12. 1 by 2 of 24 means half of 24. See, you can read like this also. Half of 24. 1 by 2 means half. Half of 24 how much? 12. Half of 24 is 12. Correct? Like this. You have to do. Okay? Like that questions will solve. Next, fraction by another fraction. In another exercise it is given. Fraction by another fraction. Exercise 2.3 on page number 41. Find 1 by 4 of 1 by 4. See, 1 by 4 of 1 by 4. 1 by 4 of 1 by 4 means 1 by 8. See, 1 by 4 of 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 8. 1 by 4 of 3 by 5. 1 by 4 of 3 by 5. So 3 into 1 is 3, 4 into 5 is 20. So 3 by 20. The answer is 3 into 20. Like this we will do. Okay. Next, fraction multiplied by another fraction. See, multiply and reduce to the lowest form. Page number 42. See, multiply and reduce to the lowest form. One question we will take. See, 2 by 3 into 2 by 3. How to do this question? How to solve this question? 2 by 3 into, see, mixed form you can't solve that question. So you have to convert that question to the improper form. How to convert it to improper form? 3 into 2 is 6. 3 2s are 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 by 3. This 3 as it is. So 2 by 3 into 2 by 3 means 8 by 3. So can we reduce? Can't reduce. Don't cut like this. One from numerator and one from denominator if possible. Denominator can't. So how to find the product? 2 into 8 is 16. 3 into 3 is 9. So 16 by 9. 16 by 9 means how much? 9 ones are 9. 9 twos are 18. 18 not there. Therefore 9 ones are 9. How much remaining here? After 9, 7 remains and denominator 1. So 2 by 3 into 2 by 3 is equal to 1, 7 by 9. Like this we will solve. Look at the next question. Multiply the following fraction. See, the same type of question. In the second question also same type of questions are given. Then, fourth question, look at it. The fourth question. Which is greater? 2 by 7 of 3 by 4 or 3 by 5 of 5 by 8. Which is greater? Here, bigger fraction which one? I told her how to identify whether a fraction is bigger or not. See, 2 by 7 of 3 by 4. What is the answer of this? 2 by 7 of 3 by 4. See, of multiplication. What is the answer? 6 by, here I can reduce. 2 ones are 2 twos are. So what is the answer? 1 threes are 3 by 14. The answer is 3 by 14. The answer of this is 3 by 14. Here what is the answer? 3 by 5 of 5 by 8. 5 by 8. 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5. So 3 ones are 3. 3 by 8. Is it possible to identify this fraction? So whether it is bigger or smaller to search, any one, either numerator or denominator must be equal. You have to equalize, equivalent fractions you are studying. So what you have to do? See, the answer of this is 3 by 14. Answer of this is 3 by 8. See, among these, which is bigger? 3 by 14 means what? See, one whole is to be divided into 14 parts. 14 parts. Out of 14 parts, how many parts? 3 parts. Only 3 parts. Out of 14 parts, 3 parts. Out of 8 parts, the parts will be little larger. Out of so much. This is larger than this. Out of 14, 3 means smaller one. Out of 8, 3 means it is bigger one. So this is bigger. Remember, children, remember, if the numerators of two fractions are same, then the denominator having smaller number is a bigger fraction. If the numerators are same, the denominators having smaller number is the bigger fraction, and denominators having bigger number is a smaller fraction. Remember all this. Okay? But how to identify if the denominators are same? If the denominators are same, see for example 4 by 7 and 6 by 7. Here denominators are same. Now 6 by 7 is greater. You have seen 6 by 7 is greater. See 3 by 14 and 3 by 8. If here this is greater and here this is greater. See, remember here how to identify a fraction which is greater among two fractions. If the numerators are same, then denominator having a smaller number is a greater fraction, bigger fraction. If the denominators are same, then numerators having bigger number is the bigger fraction or greater fraction. Okay? Denominators are same, then numerator which is bigger one, that is bigger fraction. If the numerators are same, then denominators having smaller number is the bigger fraction. Okay, that is the difference you have to see. See, in that question it is asked which is greater, whether that one or this one. It is asked. See, how to identify that? We will identify just by converting that one to the numerator or denominator same. Then we can say which is smaller or bigger fraction. So, like that, some questions are there. That type of questions we have to learn. Okay. Remaining questions we will see in another video. Let us learn the continued part of that. It is about decimals. Okay, decimals in another video. The notes I will send. You just write that notes in your notebook and try to understand all the questions. Okay, see you in our another video. Okay, thank you.